So just wanted to show this for reference. I made a comment on this one person's channel. He was talking to a divested woman. I guess he was bitter about, but he was telling her a way to get black men not to want her or not to be interested in her would be to specifically say you're conservative and say you're pro MAGA, make America great again, things of that nature. And went and I was saying that no, I'm conservative myself, and I find that actually attracts black men. They're more likely to be conservative. I mean, honestly, if we're really talking just about like YouTube and content creation, content creators that I follow specifically are mainly conservative. Of the black people, many are black men. I'd say more black men than black women, honestly. And I've talked about this. I mean, like, I kind of feel like, the whole abortion issue kind of lets you know that, of course, black women are going to be a little bit more liberal than black men. And they're going to be stronger on that view because the main women who get abortions are black women, And I'm not saying all black women do. I don't personally, and I think the majority of black women don't. I'm saying, but we have a higher percentage, which means our view on abortion is obviously much more relaxed on a higher percentage than other people. And so then obviously liberal ideas and liberal ideology is going to be more acceptable. Anyway, so then after that, he was asking me, if you're divested, does it actually matter what type of black approach you? Wouldn't them approaching you be a waste of time for both of you? And he thought it was just a waste. For me, it's an annoyance and it can lead to harassment and danger. I mean, being completely honest, but I didn't even mention that here. I was like, oh, that wasn't a good thing. I simply was saying being conservative and pro make America great again does not turn black men away. And that's true. I mean, like, generally, I've talked to black men about that, and many are conservative themselves, so they don't have an issue with that. So anyway, for some reason, like, this was 7 days ago, he just started blowing up for no reason. I think he was having a fit, like I said, about the whole divested name, because, my name is divested, and it kind of triggers a lot of people who are outside of the divested sector, who are against the divested sector. Many people who don't care about the divested sector, like I reside in different manosphere sectors. They don't give a darn that I have that in my name. Like, I'm in white manosphere sectors. They don't care about that. They're just like, whatever, kind of like thing. But, some people, they feel hurt by it because they think access to your vagina means somehow that you love and care about them. It's weird. But anyway, so what he was saying was, what you're implying is black men can't be conservative or pro MAGA, make America great again. Political views, which means you're not an intelligent person. You don't seem to be smart enough to understand that black men can have any political views they want. This means no matter what political view you may have personally, that some black men will share those same views. There is no intelligence in what you were saying. He said staying for some reason. I'm not trying to insult you, but there is no way to actually respond to what you said without it sounding like an insult. I'm not going to lie to make you feel better, but any person with a reasonable intelligence understands that black men can have any political views that they want, which means some black men will still approach regardless of a particular woman's political viewpoint. I specifically said before that, oh, that wasn't a good thing. I simply was saying being conservative and pro MAGA does not turn black men away. I never said anything about black men not being conservative. I follow content creators who are black men who are conservative. A content creator I support specifically is Brandon Tatum. I actually have donated to him more money than any other content creator. Male, female, black, white, doesn't matter. I've donated to him more than any content creator. Last I checked, he's a black man. So, what are you talking about? You think I don't know that black men are conservative? I honestly think when I talk about conservative issues, it appeals more to black men, but there's some black women who are conservative too. But some black women's faces, for example, when Roe v. Wade was overturned, specifically showed their real, true liberal ways. But yeah. Anyway, I specifically said in the main comment here, I'm conservative, but I find that actually attract black men. They're more likely to be conservative. So I said they're more likely to be conservative, not liberal. I think, honestly, you're just angry because I'm divested. Now, stop being hurt about being divested and actually deal with the point. Anyone can see what comments I made. I didn't get rid of any comments here. That's why I'm specifically showing all the comments I'm saying here. And you're just blowing up and getting angry because of my name. And it's like, if you really understood the whole thing about divesting, which, I mean, you seem to be having a bitter, sad kind of reaction to. If you understood that, you would understand I'm just one of those who's not attracted to black men. I don't think they're bad people. I don't think anything negative of black men. I don't. I think black on black crime, for example, black men are the main ones that are victims to it. So, I mean, like, I sympathize with black men who are victims of it. I don't particularly have a sense of seeing them as completely, bad people like that. I see them as men. Men commit a lot of crime, and that's just a man thing, but I don't see it as a race thing. You get what I mean? I don't define people by race. I never have. So anyway, I was like, what you're implying is black. Oh, well, not that part. Well, I was saying right here, sorry. I think you're simply upset by my name because I'm very sure I didn't say anything like that. Which, when I got this notification, I didn't know what he was referencing, but I knew from my personal views, I don't see black men as liberals because, like I said, I follow channels like Brandon Tatum. So obviously, I'm not the one who's, thinking that black men are, all liberals. I used to follow the conservative twins too. I mean, I follow them now, but do I watch them as often as I used to? No, not as much, but I do watch them. There's plenty of conservative black channels, honestly. Black men channels. Tons. I can't even name all of them because there's so many different ones. And anyway, I was like, and you mean to say that there's no intelligence in what I am saying, not saying. I was correcting his speech there. And then I was like, yeah, I was right. You had a visual hallucination. I think you need to get your eyes checked out. Because I never said that black people couldn't be conservative. I don't think race defines your behavior. Like I said, you're triggered by my name, not by what I'm actually saying. LOL, calm down. Which is true. And I literally said that it's more likely black men are to be conservative. Not always, but they're more likely than black women. And for obvious reasons, if you know the abortion rates, you get what's going on. Then he went on and he was still angry. Saying, actually, you just proved my point. I said what you implied, not what you said. No, I didn't imply that. Like, I specifically said that black men are more likely to be conservative. And when I said that, I was saying compared to black women. But I didn't use the comparative. But I did say they're more likely to be conservative. I never said they're more likely to be liberal. If I was implying that, why would I say that black men are more likely to be conservative? Yeah, make it make sense, sweetie. So you're triggered that I'm right about your lack of intelligence, and so now you just made up a false narrative hoping that I would argue against instead of recognizing that I'm right about you. It's not my fault that you are where you are, and so you stop being mad at me due to your shortcomings. So I was like, so no, I see you for what you're doing. What you're saying is that I'm mad because I don't have access. You don't have access to, you know, certain parts. And some black men are like that. If they don't have access to a woman sexually, and they don't feel black men at all have access to a woman sexually, they get mad at them and think that they're the enemy simply because they don't want to have sex with them. Plenty of people can help you in so many other ways than just giving you pussy. For real. Anyway, and I'm mad about. Oh, and then I was saying that I'm mad about the name and your username. So I'm saying he's mad about my username. Well, you don't actually know how I feel. I literally prefer black men on this issue because I think they're actually more conservative than black women statistically. But do I think they're all conservative? No. My statements have already said that actually black men are more conservative than black women. You obviously had hallucinations because you saw the username and are angry. I'm not falling for it, sweetie. Your IQ must be below 140. That's why you can't trick me. And I'm talking about basically here, you know, personally for me, my IQ is 140, so that's why I was just pointing out that you can't outsmart me with this situation. I'm sorry. Anyway, so as I stated before, I'm very pro-life, and statistically, black women are the main ones getting abortions. Do you think I like that? I know none of this is going to even be able to be something you can mentally process because you're just red hot angry because you don't like the fact that I don't have a preference towards black men sexually. But that's got nothing to do with my perspective on them. I literally did a video on that you don't have to want to have sex with them to actually want the best for them. Again, that will go over your head because all you think of is